Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. Hopefully all the settings and everything are good for us today. Oh my, Bitcoin doing a little bit of the cray-cray. I need to reload this historical data though, because it's all fucked up. Still got, oh, do I really still have an order up there? Well, it looks like we've come back quite a bit, haven't we? So we had a pretty obscene, I'm going to call it obscene move yesterday. It really was a tumbler. So let's just take note here at 19 in ZN is the single print from that move. Single print. 19 down to 17.5. Okay. So we may revisit that. Let's minimize this. Okay. So I got all that going on. That retraced E-mini kind of really didn't move yesterday, so that's okay. And the JPY is not look like set up. It doesn't look like set up like it did the other day, so there's that. A couple of things we got to look at today, I think. Oh, okay, so we got news coming up. So the first thing is I have ran Squawk here, and I'm going to turn my desktop audio off, but you can't hear it. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, we need to open up all of the links and stuff too. That we don't need that. Okay, log in. Okay. Just do the test audio here. All right. And how do I do this? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get this over here like this. And we'll see how that goes. Chief Brexit negotiator Barnier says the EU are prepared to be as ambitious as Britain wants to be, but does not see the need to spend much more time on the clarifications desired by the UK. And also, if China's Xi accepts what his negotiators have put on paper, there will likely be a signing event at Mar-a-Lago at the end of March, Politico reports. Well, that's good. That would help the market, I think. All right. Anyways. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's grab these links, huh? Oh, man. I'm like a little behind, aren't I? Okay, here's the channel. This GDP number is a big fucking deal, guys. It is a big deal. So okay, so there's that. Oh my, grab the tweeters. Don't need that. I suppose we don't need any of those actually. Okay, so we're looking for the GDP is the big number for us, right? Big number for us. Or see how well their thing gives us this stuff. I don't understand their calendar very well. So I need to look here. Okay, so there's a move down. All right, so it is in line with expectations. Holy crap. Pretty crazy. Okay, so it was advanced GDP 2.6%. Price index 1.8 versus 1.7, which is definitely going to move us down. And employment claims was 225 versus 221. So the number was basically in line with expectations, at least some expectations. But I don't think that the traders really expected it to be this in here, especially with all the data lately being kind of a little low. So seeing that number come out and being okay, I think really surprised a lot of people. I caught a good spot there at 09.5, didn't I? They might it may yet be a loser, but I think that we got a really good trade there. Well, this squawk that I'm listening to is quite good, I think. I'm not necessarily seeing my tweets though. All right. Bear with me here, guys, because I kind of got a little bit of a new workflow going on here. Got to see. Good morning, Uzi. I kind of need to get all my stuff in one spot again, I think. I wish I was looking at the Rand Squawk board so that I could have seen when it actually came in. I like how they have. So, one of the things that Rand Squawk gives me here is it tells me that the expectation was 2.3. The low side of the estimate was 1.4, and the high side was 3.3. Well, I think we could possibly see yesterday's low. So I think that I actually want this right here, but we do have a Fed speaker coming up, by the way. Oh yeah, they got like all sorts of information. Like here they say U.S. Fed's Bostic speaking at 6:50, my time here. Non-voter dovish. Isn't that great? Quite impressed so far, guys. Well, there's definitely some selling and definitely some sell side pressure to go down further, but they're not exactly like totally puking out. Okay. There's the 5 years deciding that they're going to hold 22.5. Some big iceberging here. So we're definitely getting some profit taking here at 22.5. Okay, that was a good take. Yeah, that 22.25 look, pulled almost immediately when they went through. So that looks like a really good setup for a new low. In fact, I can even see some guys taking new trades on. Trading on Twitch. How much does the Rand Squawk cost? Okay, well, so do we have more numbers later today? What else do we got? Okay, so we have PMI at 7:45. So at 7:45, we want to be watching this board, seeing how quickly they put those numbers up. If they put those numbers up really fast, then maybe I could end up doing this. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay. So they're not exactly just like gangbusters here, but what do we got past this? I think that we could even go for even more than that, potentially. We could potentially even go for even. Oh man. Do I need to consider that possibility? Well, there's a little bit of liquidity there. What about in this one? No. Ah, 144.05. There's some big, wow. Has that always been there? Okay. Well, I'm just going to move this down just in case. Let's see how it behaves here. Wow. I'm hearing that India shot down a Pakistani F-16. They shot down one F-16. So it is actually a war over there in India now. That is something else. Now, the E-mini has not moved actually like that crazy yet. Okay, so there is our price, our first price. That's interesting. Yep, I'm seeing it across all of the wires now. Zero Hedge reporting it. All right, well, I'm getting enough there at 050. I mean, maybe I can just hold it. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So there was a pretty big iceberg there at 05, and I thought, okay, this might be a spot where maybe we see a little bit of a pullback, and it thickened up at 05 pretty quickly, and now they're trading a decent amount into 04 half. So this is just I mean, gosh, no wonder they sold it so hard yesterday. Somebody must have known. You think that somebody knew? I don't know. Do you think that? But do you think that yesterday's action was it all due to this number? That's pretty good. IQ is taking it at 24 actually, or he took his profits there. They're both taking profits. I'm still seeing enough. Well, okay, that was a little bit different. But I'm still seeing quite look at the 5 year. Okay. 19 and a quarter and 18 and a quarter. Super interesting. Do I have let's try the restream chat thing. Cool. I wonder if I can just limit the bot to only talking in a certain channel and Uzi went short 24. Wow. I don't know. It's reminds me a lot of yesterday, doesn't it? Like there was some major profit taking, but it's just going. And when you look at the Japanese yen, it's like crazy. Okay. Yeah. Alligator just seeing that too. Saying looks prone to a pullback at 04 half. That big iceberg at 050. E-mini's coming back a little bit. All right, well, if it comes back, where could we get to? 6 is one spot. Huh. I'm keeping size light to protect profits. Okay, well, now that we're getting 3 there, I think that I have to take. Oh, I don't know. The thing is that here in this range, between 05 and 06, it's hard for me to say what they're going to do. This might be the spot where they come back and they push lower though. Like it doesn't really have a whole lot of room to move back up. I think I could potentially though wait until yes it could. Tough call. Uzi scratched it. Well, it definitely came back up there in the ZB, didn't it? Actually, it's coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's what I thought. Well, we had 23,000 traded into 04 half the first time down touching it, so I think that we have an okay chance given our position in the queue at getting filled at 04 half. Excuse me. My water was a little bit too full. I'll look at that. It pulled and I'm at the back of the queue. All of that at 04 half pulled. Okay. That's a little suspicious. I think that I got super lucky there, guys. Interesting that it come back up that aggressively. Well, ZB did tick back 7 ticks, so it might be over. I don't know. I'm a little shocked that that might be the case, but I mean, can't deny what I'm seeing. Oh, I love this. Let's read this comment on our YouTube, huh? On our political analysis. Kamala Harris and the other Democrat candidates are already dead in the water. Bernie is the clear frontrunner and most supported. The others don't have a chance. You appear to be a delusional Kamala Harris DNC whack job in denial. Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. The only thing that could have made that comment better was if he accused me of being like a deep state globalist chill kind of person or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love it. To me, if you are like a deep state globalist chill, which I of course am not, or if I am, they should be paying me, because there's nothing I would love more than to get money from the government. But if you really are that, then you're successful, isn't that? Don't you think that that's the case? If you have to be pretty successful to be a deep state shill of some sort, right? Mm. Delusional DNC Kamala Harris operative. I love it. I love it. Nothing makes me happier. I think it could range back and forth here quite a bit, and I'm not so sure I want to take a short at 05 half. If I could have gotten 06 when it was up there, then that would have been cool, but at 05 half, I'm not so sure now. I don't know. Well, they did appear to fix restream chat, so there's that. I really like the robot, but I really want to be able to see. I don't know. I don't think that it's made a huge difference. You know what I mean? In fact, it's maybe even, like we get typically get, maybe 2 to 3 guys watching on Twitch, and I think it's probably the same group of you guys that are viewing it over there. Yeah, got 3 right now. And I don't know if seeing the restream bot necessarily helps. 04 half Goes offer again. They're selling at 03.5. Lots of profit taking there, too. Hmm. I think that the 060 was definitely the spot, but that was probably a little bit too picky. I don't know if you would have gotten that. No, 05.5. That's a good 4 ticks. Oh, I was wondering. Okay. That's just not stopping, guys. Adrian, I clicked the wrong box on my DOM and kept my very favorable short position. The Seth indicator gave 5 points. There you go. I don't know, guys. I'm definitely not going to take any longs on this thing. I can't take that short. I can maybe go short again at 03.5, maybe 04. Look at those super thick offers too. 7Ks, two 7Ks up there. Kind of left behind when we ticked down. That is super crazy negative. Well, I took... Yeah, I was just thinking, I did get 10 ticks off of that, and there was a pretty decent pullback there that we had that went back to '06. So, that saved me 3 ticks. So that wasn't a bad place to get out, but to have seen that was all they were going to get and that they were going to go down for another flush lower is like, how do you expect that one? I don't think that we really had a clue that that's what was going to happen. Well, digital shot is actually taking a long out to half. That's a little scary. Hmm. I'm getting reasonable amounts being absorbed here at 030 again. And by the way, spread did not really change super significantly through this. You know what, though? We need to change our spread indicators, so that might have something to do with it. Let's change those. 6, 6. I should try and figure out if there's a way to make that do it on its own. Oh, that's right. That one is. I don't use it. I guess there was some flattening on the long end of the curve. And come back super sharp. 0.25. Oh. You want to do something funny? Uh-oh. What are you thinking here, brother? Will it make me a lot of money? Because, I mean, I'll do just about anything funny if it also makes me money. Go down your order book in ZB all the way down to where there's no bids in ZB. That okay? Like at 143.26? I think I'm going to take it. I think it's worth a shot, guys. Oh, never mind, lol. It didn't do what you thought, huh? That's a big order down at 144.05. I'm just saying, guys. Somebody thinks it's getting down there. That someone probably is willing to wait weeks for it to do it, but someone thinks. I signed up for the Rhythmic demo, and since they offer full book, I went all the way down in their platform to see where there were no orders and plopped a bid there to see if it would show up, and it did. Really? But you had to go way further than I could, huh? I mean, if you just put one down there in 144.07, you know, I wouldn't be able to. I could show you, but I don't have enough margin in my account right now to do it on the ZN or in the ZB rather. So, but you can totally put it down there, and you'd see that 493 go to 794. Oh, no way. You mean rhythmic, like with an I? Oh, that's a strong bid at 04. Do it at 144 even. It's 764 right now, right? Oops. Yep, and it went up to 5 and back to 4. You chicken. You only put it on for like a split second and then pulled it. Then the 6K at 040 in ZN is like Super suspicious. Oh, I left it on and someone else pulled. Oh, really? Oh, I always wondered if that. Okay, so they sold though for 4K and it went offer. Ooh, this could get interesting. Yeah. I wonder if someone was just trying to do something sly and they just got caught. Well, there's some pretty thick stuff below us now too, though. Wow. I think on this one we have to consider getting O2 half if it comes down there fast. Matching algos. Yeah, I think I've always wondered if there's somebody has the liquidity down there and they sit down and they say if it gets above a certain price, then I need to pull because I don't want to put more on there than I need to, and I just need to make sure that there's so much on there. You know what I mean? Rhythmic platforms order book doesn't go to the total like Jigsaw DOMs, so like you can go way down to where there's no orders at all and plop one in and see it pop up. That's interesting. That's interesting. I see. Oh, you're saying that when you look on it in the Rhythmic Trader one. I gotcha. Okay. They did take that. There is a balance of limit orders, right? Well, I think it would be more interesting to do it in on the inside, but you would probably need more money to see it. But I suspect, say that you have 1500 at 030, and then you stack 500 on, then you might see somebody else pull 500 off to keep it at 1500. Because you'll see that kind of behavior from time to time, where it will like, man, I don't know if this is going to go for a new low or not. Ooh, that's super crazy. There is a balance of limit orders and they matter. Do you mean like the balance of like all of the buy side limit orders versus all of the sell side limit orders in like the whole book? Oh, come on. Boo. 184 in line. But I've always wondered, sometimes you'll see it where it'll stack and pull between 1500 and 2000. And I've always wondered, is that just the same guy taking off and on 500? Or is it different people doing it? Like somebody stacked on 500 and then somebody else decided to take 500 off because they were afraid that they weren't going to get filled or something like that. Wait, did you go live trading so I can go watch those videos? So I was live trading between... I don't remember the exact date, but it was basically late March of last year. So I think the best video... the best video is... Oh man, am I going to have to scratch this? I don't know. Anyways, there was a day there in March, so you could look it up and determine it. But there was a day in there that there was the FOMC, I believe it was an FOMC meeting, and I took a short, and I got such a crazy good trade off of it with my live account. And that was about the time that I started doing it. And it was really good. But then, like I said, it's like the market completely changed after that. And I believe, part of it was just because of the things that were going on at the time, and the what do you say, like the news and policy direction and stuff like that. But I also think some of it is seasonal. And so it was it really messed with my head, dude, because it was like I had been going from December until March. So I had been going for 4 months, winning almost every day on Sim, and then a week or two on my live account, doing pretty okay. And then all of a sudden everything stopped working. Well, I don't know about this. It's 7:16. I think that you could still see some buying in the E-mini on the open that could push us lower again. But maybe it's wise for me to scratch it here. I've been going back and forth with changing data feed so I can see a deeper book. I'm sitting at 10 levels with kinetic. Yeah, I know that rhythmic, it gives you more. I can't see more than 25 levels, so. Um, yeah. If this had been live, there is a chance that would have filled at 0.25. So one of the things that I thought was kind of weird when I was trading live was that I actually usually got filled before Jigsaw said that I would be. So 184 is a super edge case. Now that said, they're having a hard time getting 040 to go bid, so. Amazon are introducing Amazon Day, a feature that will allow consumers to select their delivery day and plan their week. What? That's kind of interesting. It's been a long time coming, and perhaps the scale of the market reaction reflects the extent of pent-up data deprivation, but the fact of the matter is the U.S. economy grew well above expectations and several GDP components were relatively strong, hence fresh session lows for core debt, with bonds as low as 166.41 and now through the next layer of technical support. Gets back up under 126 to 125.96 and 10-year T-notes edging towards 122 even. Conversely, the out-of-the-month end favor USD has found some buyers with DXY back above 96 as headline. G10 pairings trade back through big figure levels. Even if you get all of the levels on the DOM, you need a way to see the imbalance versus the two. No way you can eyeball that. Oh, and hi, Hu Sung Huang. Welcome back. Yeah. Well, you definitely need a way to see the balance between them. And the thing that's funny is that Jigsaw is the only platform I've seen that even attempts to do that. And you can only see so many levels, right? Was I totally off? Hun So Huang? That's, I don't know. I need to brush up on. I was learning Mandarin there for a while, and then I kind of like I don't know, forgot about it for some reason. I don't know. I think that they might get a little bit further here. It's close enough. No, Sierra has a much better way to see that. Oh, okay. I mean, I was thinking I could probably program something up that would do similar in in NinjaTrader 8. But there was something that I wrote in NinjaTrader 8. I haven't looked at it for a while because I suspected that there was a bug in it that was maybe causing NinjaTrader to crash. But I wrote an indicator that would just tell you how many level 2 changes per bar or whatever it was. And it was interesting because when there was like a big move coming and like a non-news driven big move, I saw that the amount of level 2 changes per second increased dramatically before that actually happened. And that was something that I did not see visually. And it was a good indicator of like how much market interest there actually was out there. It was interesting. Well, there's interest on both sides of this here for sure. I'm a little suspicious at the way that they went into O2 half and bounced up because I didn't feel like that they tried all that hard at O2 5, and it came down and back up way too quickly. So I'm still kind of wondering with the E-mini being super close. Maybe you have this sort of a thing where it looks like it's a higher low, and it could be a trick. Since your book is so deep, you can't eyeball the totals. You could just bring up the meter. So if I went live right now, well, so the problem that I see is that the market will go through phases. So the things that I've been using to make money the past 3 months or so, and the past 3 months I've done okay, right? I would say not quite as well as I did last year, but I've done okay. And I made some adjustments to my strategy last fall that seemed to be, making a difference. Yeah, I'm willing to give this 2. But anyways, we're getting right into the time period where last year it changed on us. So the big question in my mind is how well do I adjust to the trading in April and May, essentially, is the time period that I'm most interested in. I know that June, July, and August sucks no matter what. It just does. It's always low liquidity during that time, and it's very tough trading. It's very random trading. But that April and May, there is still some interest out there, but the Treasuries don't seem to behave quite the same way. So that's kind of the thing. If I can navigate that successfully, then I think that we're in a good spot to be able to go live again when the liquidity and volatility returns, whenever that is. The plan is September, but it might be before that. That's why I say, like, I'm not really going to say if I'm live or not. I think I do have to change because I think because something recently changed, I think I have to connect my jigsaw directly instead of going through the bridge again to be able to do that, because I don't think I can make those trades through the bridge. But when I was trading live before, I wasn't using the bridge. Yeah, I don't know. That price at 050 is pulling a lot, but they're not actually trading into it. I'm wondering if the 5 year is gonna turnaround here. They are showing a little bit of suspicious cumulative delta here. You see that? They pushed it down. It didn't take very much cumulative delta at all to get it back down there, and then it immediately reversed on it. That whole move is just suspicious to me. Not sure if I spell that right. No, I think you did spell that right. I was looking at ZN March and just realized you were looking at ZN June, so now I changed it to day trade on, but I'm not getting any data. Is there any way to properly load it? So it may be something platform specific. Yeah, hold on. So that right there was kind of the thing I was waiting for, and it didn't give me my, back down to my price. So I still think you will come home to someday to the E-mini, the king of volatility. Well, if I had a much larger account, maybe I would trade the E-mini. Like if I was able to get my account up to like 10K, then maybe I would trade the E-mini. All right. Well, I was able to get out of that without too much damage. Kind of sucks when I see that sort of a thing, because I see it like, oh, it's still tempting to get in. Yeah, you know what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the settings. I'm going to turn off relay mode. And I'm going to add interest rates. Okay. I don't have enough room on my screen. Okay, so 050 is going weak, so that is like, I don't know. Look at that. So the ES open The initial impulse is down. Come on, 2 points a day, add a contract each week. Well, I definitely. The thing is I was going for way different targets when I was messing with it, wasn't I? So having the really small target might be doable. The question is, would it be too close for my stop? Because if I'm going to give myself two 2 point reward, does that mean I'm giving myself a one tick stop, or sorry, 1 point stop? You know, so risk 4 to make 8. Jeez. See, it looks like that they got me out right at exactly where I was. Actually, I really like that. I hand you 2 points every day, 1 point stop, actually. Oh, okay. Yes. This PMI number can be significant sometimes. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys can't hear that. So he was talking about the Chicago PMI number, and the Chicago PMI number becomes public to everybody at 7:45 my time, but it is released to subscribers at 7:42, I think. Um, so so basically, you can see the move before the data is released, and there are often leaks. People will often share what the number is before it comes out. So, and that PMI number tends to be one of the more significant PMI numbers as well. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So there's still a little bit of back and forth flicker reaction at 04.5 when it ticks down and up. Like they tried to make it go bid and you pushed it back down again. So I think I do want to try and get a contract off here. Hmm. It looks like the E-mini is battling back and forth here, but the Bears just were able to push it down quite a bit there for whatever reason. Right. Back and forth, but when they tick down, it seems like it's a lot easier. Okay, well, there was a little bit of a change at 27.8825. Okay. So I'm just hearing some talk about a bill that would allow the administration to sue OPEC over price increases. And the trade secretary was just giving some testimony in Congress saying that there might be some unintended consequences to that legislation and that they should be careful with that because that might just make oil more expensive. Okay, you mean he's going lower? It's curious that the Treasuries are pushing down there when as it did so, right? Wait. Hmm. I need more screen real estate, guys. I don't know what to do here. Can't keep up all of the news windows that I want. Don't have enough. I need higher. I need a higher resolution monitor. Maybe it's time to think about splurging in on another monitor. Okay. Big ass TV. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. What's this? Well, that action there at O5 kind of concerned me, but they are holding an offer at the moment. That was a little interesting. Okay, Larry is on CNBC now. You might want to turn your television on. Hmm. I would suspect that Larry Kudlow is not going to go on television and intentionally say anything that would push the markets down because this has been a intentional strategy now for some time. It's been a strategy by the administration for some time to kind of go in at critical market moments when key data is going in and try and talk up the economy. That's clearly what Larry is trying to do here. Equities, for the moment, seem to be not cooperating with him. That's been a lot of. When can we expect a deal? Well, that's the market's up a little bit. Historic deal. Larry had Kudlow talking about a deal with China that would be historic. It would be a historic deal. Come on. Let me out. Whoa. One of the Brexit negotiators has resigned because she gave up too much in Brexit. What's my... Okay, I'm minus... Yes, okay. That's what I wanted. Yep. Okay, so 3 minutes. Yeah, Kudlow also now dismissing the supposed rift between Trump and Lighthizer on the China trade deal. I think that's plausible, I guess. You know, Donald Trump wants to try and keep positive, but he may still share the concerns that Lighthizer has with the deal, where basically they're saying China needs to change. It's not enough just to have, you know, to give us more money. We're hearing above the range, so that the low is 50 and the high is 60 in terms of the expectations. And they're saying that the PMI is beyond even that. Okay, so I got filled. So I got what I wanted. I'm happy now. And they're taking out 20. They're probably gonna make a new low here. Ten seconds. Okay. So the expectation is 57. 64.7. 64.7. So here I'm looking at the thing I'm watching here. Oops. Where'd it go? This right here. Okay. Here we should be getting a number. 745. not printing anything yet. How long does it take for their calendar to print something? If I'll come over here to this calendar, I come over here. Sorry that I'm covering everything up for those of you guys in the future. Refresh this. Okay, Chicago PMI number. If I refresh this, okay, I can get the number here on Forex Factory. Right? Do we have anything else today, by the way? Natural gas. Okay, we can close this. But on Rand Squawk, it's not showing it to me. Perhaps if I copy this and make a new tab, will it... Nope, it doesn't show it to me there either. It's been more than a minute. Well, I'm going to have to say, if it's going to be like that, I don't know what it was like on the other numbers, but I should be seeing something there. And now not showing it to me yet, I don't think that I would be, I don't think I'm going to buy this service. Well, they pushed much, much lower there. So I had sold at 05 and I got a tick, and then at 04. And then at 04 I took 3. There was 3 more. 3 more would have given me the kind of what am I looking for, the... See, it said that it's passed, but it's not. They don't have the number posted. Maybe it's just that one particular number that is massive, that is messed up. Printer friendly. Well, that's interesting. The old Forex Factory Uzi. Oh, yes. Well, I heard the number. So keep in mind, I can hear the Rand Squawk guy today. I have my computer audio muted so that I'm not, doing anything bad. But, I'm listening to him because I got the 2-week trial. I do like him. He's pretty, well, he's easy to understand, but I thought that the Live Squawk guy was easy to understand too. He's easy to understand. But the thing I really like about him is that he only talks when he has to. There was a lot of stuff that I would hear over Live Squawk that I just didn't care about. This guy, I only hear critical news. He always says it in the most concise way possible. And so it's not as distracting. So that's good. But the thing is that to get Rand Squawk live, to get like the fixed income package that they offer, it's $150 a month for one guy. Now, supposedly, you can package it up. Like you can say, oh, you have 20 traders, then we can give it to, we can get it for all 20 of your guys, and we can give you a discount because you're doing 20 guys, but you still have to pay $100 to set up the account per person. But then that can bring you from $150 down to like $75 a month. But that's still a fucking lot unless you're making a lot of money, right? then it's just the cost of business, but whatever. Okay, this is a pretty big iceberg at 0.15. I don't know if they're going to give back any more than that. They did only move lower by 2 ticks, which is curious. E-mini didn't necessarily move like super high there. The 6J certainly did, though. Anyways, so they have 2 other versions of it. There is a light and there's a basic. The light gives you real time on their boards, but not on the squawk. Okay. So, I heard him give the number, and then I knew what it was, but then didn't show up on the calendar. This calendar, at least. So there's this calendar. Now it's showing up. I don't know when that showed up, but it was not until well after. So could I be watching this screen to see the numbers? No. No. Close that. Now there's this screen too, which is like their actual like squawk feed. And I wasn't watching that one, so I don't know when that one came out. We can watch. Do we have? I shouldn't have just closed that last tab. Can I see tomorrow's data? Oh, let's change it to be like Friday. Friday, and let's only show US data. Okay. Yes, like it. Friday. Nope. Oh, okay. So there's PCE price index tomorrow. Got a couple of good numbers tomorrow. So we will watch it tomorrow to see if maybe it was just the Chicago PMI, but we'll also watch this one to see if this one shows up. Does it show me here before it shows me on Twitter? If it does, then maybe it would be worth paying for their light service, which still gives you the squawk, but it's a minute delayed, and these are supposed to show up at the same time. There's also their basic service, which gives you both of them delayed by a minute. I suppose that if you were trading equities, that would be acceptable, but I think that for what we're doing, it's not going to work. So my take at the moment, at least, is that unless you can afford the $150 a month RAND squawk, is probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. It's my take. Yeah, Digital Shot did close out with a -1 there. Well, there's 122 even. Yeah, the knob spread it really came down at some point. Through this whole thing, the knob has just been going down. Oh, where did I take it off at? Oh, 2.5. Shouldn't have done it. I said, yeah, this could keep going, but I want to take it one tick off of the low. I don't think that was necessarily in my rules. I don't think that was in my rules or a mistake that I took it off there, but for future reference in a situation like that, I really shouldn't be taking it off, should I? We had a move up. It appeared like they were moving up. And then we have news comes out, and that news pushes us down, and we're now close to new lows. Why at that point would they not take it? So I think that was a major point I missed. At one point, after such an economic signal, there must be a good steepening, but not always the same day. It can be the following or later. Yes. Well, they certainly steepened in the long end of the curve. So I think we need a longer term chart in the 6J here. Hmm. It might be worth taking another short. At this spot, I think you might be able to get away with the long, but I think that would be, unless I see something super dramatic here, that would be against my rules. Cool. So I need to figure out. So the other thing was, I was thinking we could do music. Um, Now obviously that wouldn't work with the squawk because I'm not supposed to, I can't just mute the desktop audio. I wonder. Well, I should look in here. Can I just video capture device? Oh yeah, that's right. Is there a way for me to think to do what I want to do, I would need to do some funky stuff with my mixer that apparently their current drivers don't allow. Now, it's interesting to me that despite all of this, that equities aren't buying it. They're not just like gangbusters higher. Hmm. You might get it. Digital shot pretty ballsy today. Taking it long. As at least one. Yeah, I'm thinking back on this one right here. If I had taken that, if I had been able to get filled on that, that would have left me really happy, but it ended up not really working out. It could have. Um, if I had gotten the +3 on that one, and then I might have been in a little bit better position to just go short right after the PMI news, and then gone for new lows. Maybe could have gotten this bit, and then I could have had a plus 16 day. Mm. E-mini maybe turning long here again. Tough call. Okay. So if I do this right here, properties. WDM. Not enough. Desktop audio device. Desktop audio device 2. Oh, I could totally do it. Okay, but how would I? No, it'd have to be more complicated than that. Especially since when you're in exclusive mode, I don't think that you can just send other stuff into it. Well, I can test that tonight. Mm-hmm. So what I'm wondering, because I have a tractor Control S4 Make 3, so I can play music. And I was going through yesterday on YouTube, and YouTube has a library of music that you can use in your videos. That's a lot there at 01. Hey Lucas, I've been sick for the last 2 days. Luckily, I'm getting better to trade NFP tomorrow. Yes. Oh wait, is it actually NFP? Because I did not, when I was looking at Rand Squawk, I did not catch that. Yeah, I don't think that it's non-farms tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff because we get some December data that was late. We get a lot of inflation data tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a big day. Could get some good trading tomorrow. I suspect, though, that it might be one of those like one move and then kind of dies down sort of days tomorrow. Ooh, the E-mini really sold there, by the way. That cumulative delta drop there in the ES is pretty ugly too, by the way. That's like some buyers were really trying to hold it there and they got blown the F out. I do see, though, potential. Very much so, potential to go long here at the 0, perhaps. Not enough change up here to take along from my rules, but yeah, it's not. But there's still critical data, especially for treasuries, because there's like personal spending and personal income data. Those are huge numbers for treasuries because those are some of the biggest data points that we get for inflation, right? Federal Reserve definitely looks at those. Okay, so they're saying here I can go to native instruments. $610. Oh, I think I have to open it up. Oh, no, I have to do it like this. I have to come into my local disk. Yes. Drivers. Yes. Okay. It should be fine. But what do you think about that? If I played music, would you guys like that, or would that bother you? I feel like that music would help because new people coming in, they could hear music, and that might make them a little bit more likely to stick it out. So sometimes there's just not much to say. You know what I mean? Accept. Next. Now, if I come in here, will it? Mm, nope. But maybe I need to restart it. Hmm. I think I need to do the little update. Well, back to 0 really fast. That's interesting. Will it be reggaeton? No, it'll be like inspirational music. Inspirational ambient. But I'm not seeing the. Maybe if I come in here to sound, maybe I'll see it. Nope. Oh, wait. I don't even see it at all. Ah, that's funny. What if I just open up Tractor here? I'll keep it small. Move it over here. Pretty sure I'm not going to take any more trades today. Oh, it says it's not connected. Ah, but I do see those, which is what I want. So I think I probably can do it. Depends on if it takes, if when I'm running it in ASIO mode, if it takes control of the device. If it doesn't, then what I can do is I can plug my headphones into the mixer, and I can have it so that the squawk feed only goes to the booth out, and then the headphone output, and then I'm only using the booth out in OBS, and then you would be able to hear the music, and I would still be able to hear the squawk without broadcasting it. Complicated, but could work. And I guess the other thing there is I'm still a little concerned that like um they you would still get a copyright strike even though what you were using was like okay to use, because I've heard stories like that. Oh no, mute is short his goal. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to see how bad the damage is on Predict It. So I had a trade here on Predict It. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks. Where is it? Oh. 89. Well, I'm a little surprised there. So there was a news story yesterday that was not very widely circulated, but there was a news story that Beto O'Rourke has made a decision and that he is planning on running for president and not for Senate in Texas, and that it was the Dallas newspaper said that multiple individuals, quote unquote, close to Beto, have told them that he is planning on running for president now. And I was really confident he wasn't going to run. So I took that trade, and it's not gonna. I was wrong. I suppose there's still a chance that changes, but I don't know. It's really interesting to me that he's announcing and that like none of the news cares. Like literally no real interest in it. It's kind of weird. That's a strong offer there at evens. They might go for more. Wouldn't be surprised to see that 28. This is the one that I've often taken as a ooh, look at that. I would normally expect to see a little bit go into evens first before they start attacking that 31.5. They might just go right through it. Trading on my laptop and the battery is done. I jumped up and got the cable, stuck it in, and my computer started loading an update. Jumped on the phone and saw the trade was still in my favor, got my computer running again, and managed to close it with a scratch. Ugh, that's scary, dude. You don't tell me those sorts of things. That's giving me anxiety hearing about it. I will call it a day with +7. Good job. You know, when they tick down there at 02, there's 8K there now. Huh, that's interesting. Wonder, I didn't really see it. I mean, I was messing with other stuff, so I didn't really see it, but I'm kind of wondering now if there was a better signal there. Well, you know, there's a lot of volume traded at 01 half and 01. Shoot. Well, I think he could do this. Maybe. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot. I didn't catch this one. I can't believe I missed this day. Well, what? Do you sleep in or what happened? That 6J just not stopping. This is exactly why, you know, I said take a long there. And, but the rules don't allow it. That's exactly why. So they totally came up there 4 ticks. It looked good. But then it almost immediately came back, and very quickly too. Very quickly too. So I don't... Yeah. I don't even know if this... Well, if this one, if they do take it, I'm only looking for like 3, so... It's interesting to me that almost nothing is hit into 31.5. Sure, somebody takes that. Some profits there at 31. Yeah. I'm only looking for this. Look at that stack. That is just classic trend right there. So classic bid pulls. Sellers come in a little bit. $6K offered too. $6J really moving. Well, 30.5 not just giving it up though. So you're getting some signs of trends, but I think you're still seeing a lot of profit taking. E-mini, kind of super bizarre pattern. Okay. Huge spike up for no reason, then GDP go up, now making some lows. Okay. Strong Weisberg there. They're avoiding questions about did China trade talks again. Well, that's a little bit too much at 31. An 8K at 30 half. Hmm. And this is not holding. Look at that. They're actually probably going to go for a new low. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. So they're reacting to ZF here. You can see it going back and forth at 16. I'm going to have to say that one's not working. Okay. Thanks. I'm kind of watching it because I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting filled short at 31 half, but I think part of the reason why I was a little bit quick to get out of that one is because of the time frame and the guy on CNBC talking. Like, like I was saying earlier, they don't get on television to make the S&P 500 go down, right? The administration appears to be intentionally getting on television at key points to try and boost markets. And, you know, maybe it could have broken it even if I had held it out a little bit, but I just don't. I just don't think it's worth it. Like at 8:30, you know. Wouldn't be surprised to see new lows today, though. Well, that's interesting. I might maybe try it again. Yeah. Okay. Okay. E-mini is starting to look a little bit more positive. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow. Oh, you know what? Something I never did. We gotta fix that. Which one did I click? Let's do ZV first. There we go. Okay. Probably had all sorts of big orders come through that I just didn't see. Okay. They're appearing to continue on. So you mean you're going to break out the top here above 27.90? I know. I got to be vigilant because the time frame for this isn't very good. Huge ES divergence. Yeah. So if this gets above 27.90, this could really skyrocket up in the E-mini. Because it looks to me like somebody really hardcore shorted there. And then it came down and it retested that low. It got to the same spot, but it was almost 5,000K contracts less selling. And now you got Mnuchin on television. $59. You're stacking 59 on the Dom at 30.5 at one point. Okay, I think Mnuchin is done. They're stacking to 6 there at 30. They're hitting him though. Look at that. Look at that. Not a ton of huge orders in that though. Am I? No, I've got it set up right. Okay, just that makes me a little suspicious. Yep. Digital Shot posting a really good chart there, showing a breakout of a wedge pattern. The E-mini making it above that key resistance point I was mentioning. Now maybe you might see a little bit of unwinding. Look at how thick it is. 7K is being offered. I think it's possible to get to 29, but I'm not so sure that I have the time to wait for it. So, and I did not see a lot of big orders in that selling. It's the end of the month, which means it's thick. I've never noticed that before. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. I have noticed that when you get to like towards the end of the month, trading is really, really awful. And then when you get like that last week, when depending on the economic schedule and whether we're, what is the word, rolling over, it can start to get thick. So they're backing off here in the mini a little bit. Anyways, I need to generate the chart. That's what I did that for. No uptick. And 7K stack at 3. Hmm. Well, he's willing to put 3K down on it. I don't know. So the Bitcoin had some really interesting price action yesterday. Hmm. Look at the cumulative delta buying in the E-mini now through this whole thing. Oh, okay, there was actually a little bit of a significant sell there just now. Fine. Scratch. Sure enough. Uptick. Why is the E-mini doing this? Okay, typing here. So there was an iceberg at 31.5 that prompted me to think about going short. And then since it's shown up, there hasn't been as much action. Hmm. Interesting that the E-mini is selling back here so quickly. It looks like they're able to move price quite a lot with not very much volume now. Hmm. That's interesting. They're talking about that China wants a traditional, World Trade Organization kind of deal, and the United States wants something else where they can like periodically come in and say, is China upholding their side of the deal or not? Which like really makes sense. Like, of course China would like something kind of like what it is today, because they get away with all sorts of shit with the way that things currently are. The E-mini has a powerful mean revision program running today. I don't know. They sure seem to be doing some interesting stuff here at 31.5 1 and evens. Maybe they're just done. They're actually pushing the last swing low now in ES. And Treasuries may be reacting somewhat to ES. All right. Well, I don't know what else it's going to do, but it's hard to walk away. It's just been so much fun today. And like, there's still a chance for it to go down. I mean, those 2 scratches and then the minus 15. It's still okay. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen. Ugh. Yeah, okay. There weren't any new comments in there. We'll see tomorrow if I get this. This shows me the Discord comments. And the robot is off, and maybe I can just use that, and hopefully that will give me a little bit more screen real estate. A little bit more screen real estate. We do have a decent number of people watching on Twitch today. I think we have 6 guys watching. Oh, no, it says 2. I don't know what. Restream chat must be crazy. Thank you for the two people watching on Twitch. And of course for all the people that come in and watch every day on YouTube. Very much enjoy conversations. Trading just wouldn't quite be the same without you guys. I was just hearing on the Squawk, they're talking about some data from the Kansas City Fed that I don't see on Forex Factory. So that's another thing that I think is interesting about it. The way I'm looking at the Rand Squawk, I'll tell you just my quick little review thing here. I'll show you Rand Squawk here. Unconfirmed reports over takeover. Anyways, if I come back over to here, so like here's the calendar, for instance, and I can totally change it. So I think I only want the United States. Search. Okay. So the thing that I really like about that is that they've got columns for the expectations. So the average expectation, the low and the high, and the impact of the thing is expected, you know. So here you get the Kansas City Fed Composite Index. This is a number that wasn't on the other ones. So, you know, maybe you're not going to get it as fast as you're going to get it over the wire, and I am seeing it over Twitter. But that is some useful information. Is it worth $20 a month? I don't know, but I do kind of like that. We'll see tomorrow if it prints out here fast enough. So I wasn't watching it. I was watching over here, and I didn't see. They'll put the timestamp. See right here, there's the timestamp 7:45. But when I was watching it at work yesterday, it would be like, you would see something 5 minutes later, and they would put the timestamp at 7:45 because it was like that's how long it took them to like type it out. So yeah, this could I don't know. E-mini's being weird. I don't know what it's gonna do. Anyways, so is it worth? I think that their service is a little overpriced, but I can see why it's priced the way that it is, because if you're a serious trader, it's like the only thing. So it's like their squawk is probably overpriced compared to like what it costs them to do with the service and everything, but it's probably priced correctly in terms of market interest. Oh, that was a big sell. But then their other two services probably aren't. So I wonder why they ask what they do and have their service set up the way that they do, because I don't think that it's very good a setup. Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. It is too late for me to continue trading. I still did super great today. I wonder now, let's just really quick here. If we look through for the whole month of February till today, refresh, I think I might be just a slightly positive. Oh no, I made 390 this month. Hey, that's great. I had some really bad losers in there. I was feeling really awful about this noise right here. That shouldn't happen. Minus 93. That shouldn't happen. Well, that's -3 on 2 contracts. So that's kind of like a miss. But here this one really shouldn't happen. Okay, but then I've made some really good trades on the long side too. And like the thing that's cool about today is that I did it all with 1 contract. It could have taken 2 contracts and made it even more, but never really happened. I think though, you know what, we're going to have to look at this a little bit deeper. I got 5 minutes, all right? Okay. February 1st to the 28th. Okay. So the problem I see with my trading this month in particular, show stats. Okay. I held the winner for an hour and was okay. Where is it? Average position MFE is 391 and the average position MAE is 187. Oh, so it's actually not that bad. Losing trades, winning trades, losing trades. So I did really good on my probability. Wow. Trending market though. I'm going to tend to be good, but man, 52 over 50%. I think that's the first time that I've traded for a month and gotten, what are these? What is this? That's weird. That's fucking weird. Journalytics has some weird stuff. All right, they're still working on it. But this average losing trade -69 and average winning trade 56. That's a problem. So I think what has happened is I'm doing really great on probability right now, but because I'm still new to like the swing in the two contracts thing and stuff, what's often happening is when I'm taking it along, I'd only have it with one contract, and when I'm in a losing trade, I have two, which kind of almost indicates like a doubling down. So there's some problems there. I'm quite surprised that the overall. Oh, now wait a second, that's not right either. Oh, I took one in the sim, that's why. This one. Ah, that's a little better. Now, does that change some of these stats that I was looking at? Yes, it does. Okay, I still have a really good win percentage, but my... Okay, so my winning trade is still a little bit less than my average losing trade. So we got to fix that. And the MFE is good. I would prefer that to be over 3, but that's good. When you put in fees on it, because I did 96 times 250, or is it 350? I think it's like only barely profitable when you add in the commissions. So we've got to fix those big losers. But we also got to be careful. The market's going to change. All right. Well, I don't see any comments. Thank you guys for stopping by. Should be a pretty big day tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. And in the meantime, stay profitable, friends.